이거는 같이 붙여놓은 곡인가?
네. 거기는 경험했어요.
경험이 어떻게 되시죠?
Annyeonghaseyo. My name is Kathleen Donovan. I'm the Bergen County Executive. We're here at KCC's event tonight to celebrate and raise some money for a very worthy organization. I've worked with them for a couple of years. They do the very best job in helping so many hundreds of people in the Korean and Korean American community. So 축하합니다 to them and annyeonghaseyo.
For joining us. Tonight is KCC's 14th annual gala, and it's enormously important because this year is when the new KCC Community Center will be constructed in Tenafly, and hopefully by the end of the calendar year it will be operational as well. So thank you for joining us, and we hope you can celebrate with us too. 감사합니다. Joy.
이번에 그 KCC에서 모금 레이즈 그 펀레이징 파티를 하는데 우리 한국뿐만 아니라 외국인도 많이 참석해가지고 KCC 동포회관의 건립을 위해서 펀레이징해서 무척 정말 감사하고 참 즐겁고 그리고 또 우리 한인 커뮤니티에 많이 모여서 동포회관 건립하는데 밑거름이 된다는 것에서 너무 감사합니다. 그리고 많은 동포회관들의 계속적인 관심과 성원을 KCC 동포회관 짓는데 보내주셨으면 감사하겠습니다. 네, 저지시의 시온을 맡고 있는 윤여태입니다.
Hello, my name is Paul Yoon. 안녕하세요. 저 이름은 Paul Yoon입니다. 한국 이름은 윤국기. 그리고 한국말이 여기서 태어나갖고 한국말이 좀 부족해서 지금 영어로 할게요. My name is Paul Yoon. I'm running for Fort Lee Council. We have a couple of important dates that are coming up. May 13, if you're not registered to vote, you must be registered to vote by May 13. And the important date for the primary election is June 3rd. I'm running for Fort Lee Council because Fort Lee is 40% Asian American, it's 24% Korean American, and they are in desperate need to have a representative that can give their voice in Fort Lee government. The residents of Fort Lee, it's very diverse. The Asian community is 40%. There are many vibrant businesses there that pay a lot in tax revenue. But the reason why this election is so important, and the reason why diversity is so important and why they need a voice in Fort Lee government is because while they pay all this money in tax revenue, those tax dollars are not returning in the form of services and programs and jobs. And I think if you can send somebody that's Korean American to voice the concerns of the Asian community, the entire borough of Fort Lee will be better off. I promise to work hard. I'm going to be knocking on doors until June 3rd. I'm going to work hard, and I hope you can support me. Thank you very much.
예, 안녕하세요. 저 로이초입니다. 제가 지금 영방 하원 지금 이번에 나오고 있는데요. 지금 오늘 KCC 갈라 와서 너무 지금 고맙고선 저 벌써 도와주는 분들 많이 보시니까 제가 너무 감사합니다. 너무 반갑고 그래서 제가 요새 열심히 하고 있거든요. 이제 제가 그 민주당 그 노미네이션 받았습니다. 그래서 제가 이제 그 이번에 그 노벰버에 그 영방 하원 코리 버커하고 같이 지금 이번에 제가 나가겠습니다. 그래서 제가 정말로 한인 커뮤니티 너무 고맙고선 너무 반갑습니다. 고맙습니다.
그러니까 저는 KCC 건축위원장 김영길입니다. 오늘 갈라에 많은 분들이 오셔서 이렇게 참여해 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다. 이 갈라는 나아가서 우리 KCC 건축을 하는데 큰 도움을 줄 수 있는 계기가 되었습니다. 우리 지금 건축이 잘 진행이 되고 있고 내년 3월 12일까지 완성하게끔 되어 있습니다. 이 건축은 우리 동포들 한 사람 한 사람이 즐기고 또 정말 이용을 함으로써 건강을 지키고 많은 것을 배울 수 있는 그런 기관입니다. 앞으로 이 건축을 잘해서 여러분에게 발표를 드리도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
The Chief of the Bergen County Police Department and the county's Director of Public Safety. And I'm very honored to be here tonight, celebration of the KCC. Very honored to be invited. And I would like to take this time to extend congratulations to all of you. And again, whatever the Bergen County Police can do to support our community, we'll.
For your favorite Taewon Kim, who wrote War with Pigeons. Yes. A fresh and thoughtful look at the Korean American experience with a story of love, loss, and hope. Now, who can go wrong with love and hope? I'm sure you all watch Korean dramas. And tonight we honor 3 very special awardees. President Sungmin of Korean American Association of Greater New York for Community Leadership, Julie Kim for Outstanding Volunteer, and Clara Choi as Employee of the Year. They have inspired us with their leadership, hard work, and sacrifice. So tonight, we'll shower them with their well-deserved recognition. And finally, and most importantly, we have all of you here tonight. Thank you so much for attending and for generously supporting KCC. I know there are many things that you could be doing this evening. I can't imagine what would be more fun and exciting, but it's the fact that you're here with us that means a great deal to the KCC family. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, Chairman Dr. Yoon, President Dr. Kaeun Ma, Director Anna Lee, the host committee, and our co-chairs, thank you very much. 이 자리에 참석해 주시고 또 KCC 밝은 미래를 위해서 후원해 주시는 여러분들께 진심으로 감사를 드립니다. So, why did we line up this very cool program for you? Because tonight is KCC's 14th annual gala, and we're at a critical milestone in our organization's history. This past December, we had our groundbreaking to construct our new 3-story, 21,000 square foot community center. We have purchased the land, completed a fabulous design, received the permits, which is not so easy in New Jersey, and selected the general contractor and laid the foundation. Now the only remaining part is that we need your support to help officially launch the very first owner-managed, full-service Korean American Community Center in New Jersey. Now that's exciting, isn't it? Yes, very exciting. I would be remiss if I did not mention that we are going to have some impressive prizes tonight. So please stick around until the dance floor performance is completed, because we will be announcing the raffle winners between the performances. So please purchase your raffle tickets and check out the silent auction for the fine art, fine wine, and some nice round of golf. Now, without further ado, let's begin the program with our national anthems. We would like to showcase some of our own musical talent by having members of the Kcc Musical Theater perform the American and Korean national anthems.
June and I are thrilled to be with you all this evening. You know, we have big shoes to fill, from the entrepreneurial and tireless work of Dr. Kaeun Ma to last year's co-chairs, Mr. Jason Chun and Young-gil Kim. They set a really high bar for us, so we are so honored to follow in their footsteps. Tonight, we are excited to be building a brighter future with the KCC.
여러분 안녕하십니까? 안녕하십니까? How about a big round of applause, and I mean big, for Christy and Chris, my fellow co-chair of the beautiful MC. I don't think that's good enough, actually. I think we need more heart and soul. 여러분 안녕하십니까? Thank you so much to all of you for spending your Friday evening with us. You know, and as they say, when I think about the 14-year history of KCC, we've come a long way, baby. 14 years ago, when a dozen Haimonis, and Chris and I will retell the story of KCC's early years, when the Us100 Tv dreamed about building a better life and building a community center for our community, I don't think they ever imagined that it would happen this soon. Because we've already broken ground, the foundation has been laid in a new building, a brand new 21,000 square foot facility in Tenafly will be going up soon. And it was only possible because so many community members like you stepped up to the plate and gave their time, gave their money, and most importantly, gave your heart to help reach this milestone. So how about a big round of applause? Lots of love this time. Kcc. Chris and I would like to begin by reserving a special thanks to all of our host committee members. Actually, David, if you can turn on the light for a brief moment. We'd like to ask all of the host committee members as well as the Board of Trustees of KCC and tonight's dinner to please stand up and be recognized. Thank you so much for your service. Many other voices throughout Bergen County and beyond that we want to share with all of you this evening. And so by the end of this evening, we hope that you have both a rational and emotional, that is both mind and heart, connection and sense to KCC's past, to our current situation, and our future. So thank you so much. We hope you enjoy the evening.
This evening, we're honored to have Bergen County Executive Kathleen Donovan with us this evening. Would you please stand up and be recognized? Kathleen, I think she may have come and left. She had another engagement to attend.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all I know in Korea, but I've been working on it for quite a while. On behalf of Bergen County Executive Kathleen Donovan, I'd like to thank you today for including us in this celebration, for allowing us to be part of your future here in Bergen County. We know that the Bergen County population is growing, and each year it's growing exponentially in the Korean community. We take very seriously the fact that we work for the community. You notice that Bergen County is the most populous county in the state. We have just under 1 million people. And because of that, we have a unique form of government where we separate the legislative branch from the county executive. We also have a unique form in law enforcement where the critical functions of law enforcement, the bomb squad, the SWAT team, the medical attendants, investigators, work for a career law enforcement officer who rose to the ranks through competitive testing as opposed to an elected official. So we really embrace the fact that we are your police department. We're here to serve you. And thank you for having us here tonight.
In support for KCC, please welcome Ambassador Seo-Ju-sun from the Consulate General of the Republic of Korea in New York.
Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to join the gala dinner this evening, hosted by the Korean Community Center. The KCC is one of the most successful organizations that was created by the Korean American community in this region. It is noteworthy that the KCC is building a new home in Tenafly. When I attended the groundbreaking ceremony last December, I was very proud to hear the KCC to be praised as a role model in social service activities. It was praised by, at the time, the Bergen County Executive Kathleen Donovan and the Mayor of Tenafly. I believe that KCC has served a very valuable role of bridging Korean American community and mainstream American society. Such endeavor is of great importance because it instills and deepens the sense of ownership as proud American citizens, through which they can further contribute to the development of an American community as a whole. So in this regard, I'd like to, our council will continue to support the KCC activities, and I hope that more people will join in to support the landmark project of building its new home. In conclusion, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to the President Ma and also board members, including Young-Gil Kim and Jason Jun, also the Jin Yoon, so chairman of the board of trustees. And also, I would also like to thank all the supporters and donors. And once again, I am delighted to come back to this meaningful event. Thank you.
And General Consul General Sung. Now, our esteemed chair of the KCC Board of Trustees would also like to share some appreciation remarks with all of you. Mr. Duck Jin Yoon has served as KCC's chair the last 6 years. He is deeply committed to KCC's mission and has provided steady, consistent leadership. We thank you for these many years of leadership. Now, a big round of applause, please, for Chairman Yoon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you all for coming to celebrate together our 14th anniversary of Korean Community Center. And particular thanks to Ambassador Son. Thank you very much for your support and the support of the Korean government. Yes, we have been here for 14 years, and we have been growing exponentially for 14 years. We have a variety of different active programs to serve our fellow Korean Americans, and now we are becoming Korean KCC, where our all fellow Korean American citizens are coming to look for some helpful resources and look for some guidance. Now, at this time, KCC is at a stage where we need our own home for long-term growth and service. For that, I thank you all. Thanks to generous support and contributions from many of our friends like you, we were able to purchase a nice piece of land in Tenafly and broke land to build a 3-story home. And particularly at this time, I would like to recognize 9 prominent business leaders in our community who have shown strong leadership by providing special support for the purchase of the $1.1 billion building site in Tenafly. Please rise and remain standing as called upon in an alphabetical order. 김동환 사장님, 김영길 사장님, 김윤회 사장님, 서성원 사장님, 이병국 사장님, I can't see whether they're really standing or not, J.Lee 사장님, 이진욱 사장님, 장승구 사장님, 그리고 전지훈 사장님. 전부 다 일어나셨어요? I can't see you because of the light. Anyway, let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much for your strong leadership. We have here many supporters and donors for today's KCC Gala 2014. as you can see in the Gala magazine distributed today, right next on your table. I cannot thank them all individually, but I would like to mention and express my particular appreciation to the Han Family Foundation and the Pack Family Foundation for their very generous donations. Please understand that both families did not wish to be identified in public. And speaking of Gala 2014, my special thanks goes to Mr. Jun Choi and Mrs. Chris Kwan, our Gala co-chair. KCC owed big debt to June and Chris. I was impressed with their dedication and energy and organizational skills, managing so many frequent meetings between their busy schedules of work and with their children. I thank you very much. And I also thank our keynote speaker, Mr. Tae-Hoon Kim, and they're all very successful and established professionals. And most importantly, Tae-Hoon Kim is a good friend of our co-chair right here. And they're all young, and they're all very much community-minded professionals with strong leadership, and we all very much proud of them because of that. Thank you all.
Your company, 이제 그만 말하겠습니다. And we
since the beginning of this KCC. Our Gala co-chairs, Jun Choi and Chris Kwang.
Presentation. Let me ask each of the three awardees to join me on stage as I announce your name. The Community Leadership Award goes to President Sung Min of the Korean American Association of Greater New York. Mr. Min is known to bring people together. He is very focused on young people and the next generation. He holds a next job, and that is caring for the frail elderly at home. She is a determined individual, always striving for excellence. And we are proud and so grateful that she is part of the KCC family. For the last 5 years, she is known to go beyond the call of duty, and the KCC has been fortunate to have Julie be the pianist for all of its events. Unfortunately, Julie could
Giving up his daytime job as a lawyer and banker. And he managed to accomplish this feat during a financial crisis while on his commute to and from work during the span of a year. And all the while, his obligations as a dedicated father of 3 young children and devoted husband and son never suffered. He is a great role model and truly inspirational for having the courage to follow and fulfill his dreams. And his journey to find his voice is an important and uplifting message for all of us. Please join me in welcoming our very own Korean-American novelist and Tenafly resident, Tae-Hoon Kim.
리더들과의 전쟁의 저자 김태원입니다. 저를 이렇게 뜻깊은 자리에 초대를 해주셔서 진심으로 감사드리고 모든 여러분들을 이렇게 만나뵙게 돼서 너무나도 반갑습니다. I'd like to thank Chris Kwan and Mayor Jun Choi in particular for not only inviting me tonight, but also for organizing this wonderful event. Let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. We're here tonight to celebrate the building of a brighter future on the eve of what promises to be a new dawn for the Korean Community Center. I'm deeply honored and excited to be here at this milestone, within the evolution of the KCC. I remember getting off the phone with Chris when she first invited me and turning to my wife to tell her about the engagement. My wife simply looked at me in disbelief and said, "Oh my goodness, I'm married to someone famous." So we had a bit of fun with my newly acquired fame, at least for a few days. I started wearing dark sunglasses and I put the collar up on my jacket in public the way celebrities do to protect their anonymity. But all the while I kept envisioning all the other more accomplished Korean Americans I would have chosen to speak tonight if it hadn't been up to me. I couldn't help thinking I wasn't up to the stature of the occasion, that I wouldn't be able to do this evening justice. But then I started to read up on the history and the mission of the KCC. From its modest beginnings as but the vision of Dr. Ma and a handful of founding members, to its embodiment as the Friends of Grace Seniors, to its current state as the Korean Community Center, what this organization has been able to accomplish within the 14 years since its founding is nothing short of extraordinary. Its mission of overcoming cultural barriers, preserving Korean heritage, and promoting social identity through self-empowerment is as relevant now as it was nearly a decade and a half ago. And that path the KCC has taken to be where it is today, and the path that it will take to be where it will be tomorrow, remind me of my own personal experiences as a writer. Both journeys, I'd say, started with a need, were fueled by hope and commitment, and will culminate in the fulfillment of a dream. My background is not as a novelist. I received my BA in history from Haverford College and my law degree from NYU Law School. I started my career working as an attorney for a large Manhattan law firm, and several years after that, I spent as a legal analyst for a rating agency. I spent the better part of the past decade as a banker for a global financial institution. So the question I get most often is, what possessed you to write a novel? And I've been flipped at times, suggesting all Korean American lawyers were secretly novelists, afraid to commit to an author's salary. And if I'm offending any lawyers or any authors in the audience, I do apologize, but I will continue to be making fun of you throughout the rest of my speech. If I were being a little bit more honest, I'd admit that writing a book was a dream of mine, and that I've always had a passion for literature. But that only tells part of the story. In truth, I'd say I wrote the book because I had a need, and that need was to have my voice heard. At the risk of stereotyping, I'd say Korean American men typically don't have a forum to express their needs. We never ask for directions when we're lost. We're averse to asking for help, and we rarely complain, and at least not to our parents. We might complain a little bit to our wives. But there were a myriad of things that were going through my mind in 2008. Thoughts of my responsibilities as a father, a husband and a son, thoughts of my past and cultural heritage, thoughts of where I was and where I was headed in the foreseeable future. When I see the early history of the KCC, I imagine those same thoughts